team that really came together, and a team that wasn't bothered by the noise, a team that know that when we put it all together, we have everything that we need to win every game here in the fourth quarter of our season, and a team that found a way to overcome a lot of things here tonight, and winning on the road in the SEC went probably right according to script. Nothing that really surprised you, but I love the refusing to flinch mindset. Thought we knocked them back for a good part of the night, and from a physicality standpoint, thought that was a big part of the game, and the pile consistently went in our direction, and all those little piles that fall forward add up to a lot. Second half, really second quarter defensively, and then I know we gave up the touchdown drive on the first drive that the defense was back out there, but we really had them dead to rights and just missed the tackle there for a long touchdown. But after that, really the middle eight, man, we go. They missed a field goal, 2 interceptions, back-to-back drives, and then inside that first drive of the third quarter for the defense, man, punt, turnover on downs. And we had to go back out and defend another drive because we turned the ball over there inadvertently, foolishly. But, man, just the resolve, the leadership of this team. I've been saying it a lot. It's a team that, man, really is highly invested. And again, just talked about going into this game, vision, belief, and action, man. You gotta be willing to walk the walk. You got to kick the door in, kind of a mindset. It's going to be a big-time environment, big-time atmosphere, and you're going to have to, overcome that. Nobody in the stadium, nobody in the other than the guys in the black jerseys are going to be the ones that you're competing against. And second half offensively, we were fantastic. Outside of, again, the interception, Mateer's 12 out of 16, over 100 yards, just under 120 yards. Average offense, average 6.5 yards a play. And we started really complimenting each other. I think offense had a little over 250 yards in the second half. And really just came to life, got into a great rhythm. And we were a lot better. I think we gave up 2 defensive conversions on third down. One with we had the interference on the very first third down of the game, and then we had hit the quarterback late on another one that were off the field, and so we got to play with better discipline there. But the second half was a lot better. Third and fourth downs, had a couple of really huge stops down there in the plus side of the field that at the end of the day it all made a big difference. Had 2 onside kicks that we had to recover with R.J. Spears and Ivan Carrion, fantastic, and Tate Sandell, man, he probably the MVP, was just an absolute animal and really fantastic. Again, Grayson Miller, you got to be able to control the field position. He was great again, just under 50 yards on 3 punts. And we did what we needed to do. And this isn't a game of statistics. This is a game of will and physicality. And execute when you need to, make your plays when we need to. And we were able to do that. So proud of the guys. The bye comes at a good time for us and get a few guys back. They had several guys go down as well. We had some guys, R. Mason and Kobe. I think it'll be short term, and don't see it being missing much time, if any at all. So that'll open it up.
That scoop and score by R. Mason there in the first quarter felt like that really shifted the momentum and kind of opened the game back up, opened you guys. How big was that?
Yeah, it was huge. And again, I thought we had really good pressure all night. We were doing some things to stunt the run game. We played with a light box for a good part of the night. We were willing to give up some things underneath. That was, I know they had a handful of some big plays, but they got the post route there late, but they weren't able to get behind us. They made a competitive play in man-to-man coverage on a third down on Reggie, but really felt like, their explosive plays where they're running free in the back end, we were able to limit that and still not allow them to run the ball. And so our guys up front, man, they played fantastic. Again, we were some guys, some snaps, many snaps, we were 2 guys short from what I would say were gap sound in order to keep the ball in front of us and stay on top of everything and make them work the field. And they're a good offense, man. They got good quarterback, excellent receivers. We really felt like they were the most physical offensive line. They're night and day better than what they were a year ago. And our guys matched the physicality and then some. At the end of the day, I thought that on both sides, the lines of scrimmage, I felt like that was, one of the biggest differences, in the game and why we won. And Tate Sandell.
With Kobe out, how important was it and how big was it for Owen to play?
Yeah, he played out of his mind. First start, get 12 tackles in the first half. I'm like, where the hell did he go in the second half? He only had 1 tackle. Yeah, really proud of him and thankful. And he's really become a really good leader and player, and he was fantastic tonight.
Brent, you talked last season about one-score games and finishing one-score games in this offense. What does it say about your group that they were able to overcome a bunch of mistakes in this environment?
Yeah, and again, if you go back to Michigan, we made a bunch of mistakes. You go back to Auburn, we made a bunch of mistakes. You go to South Carolina, that's football, and it's easy for everybody when you don't win. Those mistakes are magnified, and every play, has tremendous magnitude. I know I talked about that on Tuesday. Every play, and where sometimes you learn the hard way, and tonight, fortunately, we were able to overcome. Just like Tennessee, they made plenty of mistakes too, and they still had a fighting chance there in the fourth quarter. And that's football, and it's never going to be perfect. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for where everything didn't go the right way, perfect. That's how you grow and you improve, you get better, and we're incrementally getting a little bit better. Winning on the road at a place like this, that does a lot for, your belief and your confidence, the rhythm that you want to try to create here in the back half. And it doesn't get any easier. But I'm thankful for the adversity that our guys were able to overcome. It'll do a lot for them and for this team.
Brent, the numbers have been so hard to come by this year. What can it do for the defense when things start to tilt their way like it did in the second quarter?
Yeah, there were huge turnovers. I don't know what we were able to do with them. I think we turned them into field goals. Is that right?
Yes.
Touchdown
field goal.
Yeah. So, yeah, it makes a big difference. You go on the road, you want to win. Here's what it takes, and you have to create the turnovers. You can't just, continue this trend and expect to win. It's too hard. And we were able to, I think, is it 3-1, Mike? Is it the turnovers? 3-2. 3-2. Yeah, we're very, very fortunate. The last one there could have been catastrophic, and we got to be a little smarter and a lot smarter in that situation, from a coaching staff. Yeah, it's there should be no option whatsoever. Hand the ball off every time.
Speak loud in here. What was your message to these guys? And then, so you have a moment with John on the field. What was your message to him as well?
Yeah, no, just affirmation. It all starts with vision. You got to see it. You got to play the moment. You got to walk it through, and then believe foundationally. Man, that's what it's all about. And you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in this opportunity. You got to believe in your teammate. You got to believe in the coach. You got to believe in the game plan. You got to take action after that, and it takes that, man. You gotta walk the walk. You have to kick the door in type of mindset. That's how tough and challenging it is. It takes those three things to win on the road, and then again, just celebrated their will, their toughness, their belief. A team that's hey man, when are we gonna bring real respect to the name on the front of our jerseys? There's gonna be some type of a narrative at the end of tonight, and it should look like we're bringing respect to the name. And when are we gonna be tired? Enough is enough. Where we've got to be able to overcome. We've got to make our plays. We got to close someone out. And so tonight was just kind of a start for that. You know, you get one shot, you get one kill. That's it. You don't get to go back and do this again. So making the most of our opportunity, figuring it out, finding a way. You know, my hope and my expectation and my belief is that we'll be able to build on that and all the things that I just said and, you know, become part of our identity, you know, this football team, you know, leaving your mark and doing something that maybe for some people is unthinkable.
What do you think it would take to bring real respect back to this football?
You know, continue to have, you know, nights like tonight. You know, again, the will, the grit, the toughness, the belief, you know, how you do what you do, it all matters, man, laying it on the line and fight until the end.
Brent, why was John so much more effective second half?
I think that it's a combination of a lot of things. I thought we played with a better rhythm. You know, sometimes that's, you know, him making good decisions. Sometimes that's the play caller getting us in and out of, you know, the right kind of plays and establishing the run. I thought the quick game that we played with, a lot of the three-step game was, you know, there's some free access. Take what they're giving you, and that helps you stay on schedule. So I just thought we stayed on schedule, didn't press, got into a great rhythm running and passing, and we didn't make a lot of, you know, mistakes. We made some critical conversions that helped create confidence and momentum, you know, in the second half. And I thought we played in a really precise, accurate, confident, yet aggressive, you know, way.
Frank, you got a couple of true
I thought we played to win. You know, we played to win. And I thought that, at the end of the day, showed up.
You got a couple of true freshmen and redshirt freshmen on that offensive line.
Yeah, there's some, in this day and age, we better take care of them. And everybody on the planet going to be coming for them guys. And, but no, man, they've, again, you know, we bragged about them, those three guys last week. What they're doing is not normal. They're playing, again, just 2 weeks. But again, we've been talking about those guys for a little while too. And but you know what, you know, Ryan and Mike and Eddie and the rest of the guys, you know, up front, what they've been able to do the last couple of weeks, what they were able to do tonight, you know, nothing short of amazing. And I don't want to gas them. I'm not really into gassing, but man, they deserve the credit, man. They didn't play like true freshmen.
You described Sandell as an animal.
Yeah.
We don't usually talk about kickers.
I know.
What makes him so special?
Just his confidence, his belief, his readiness. You know, he's like a you know, a middle linebacker, you know, that's on an A-gap blitz. That's who he is every time he lines up. He is fearless, and he doesn't lack for confidence. And as I know, I bragged on him, just who he is, you know, day in and day out on the practice field. He wants to get in front of the team. He wants to do his thing. Hey, man, come check me out. Watch this. Get a load of this. And so it's kind of refreshing, I'll be honest, because he can back it up.
Do you ever have any conversations with him before he kicks, or is it
No.
let him do his thing?
No. I yelled at him a couple of days ago when he missed one. You know, where he got one kick in practice the right way, and believe it or not, he didn't make it. And he responded. He's one of them guys that you can rattle his cage a little bit, and he's gonna give it back to you. So it's great.
How'd you feel, and how'd you keep the guys in early? You couldn't move the ball. Tennessee's going up and down the field. It's still tight on because of our Masons play.
Yeah, I don't look at it like that.
Well, how do you
Yeah.
know? Or how do you believe things are going to turn?
Yeah,
out?
because I think the plays, how they happen, all of that matters. And so for some people, it's like, oh my gosh. But for us, it's like, no, man, we're fine. Calm down. Kind of like the national championship, and our whole deal was to play cover two in the freaking first play of the game. Man, they throw a whole shot. Man, they go right down the field. And man, don't panic. We're gonna be just fine, and keep playing. And remember, they've scored, you know, a nation-leading 121 points in the first quarter. And they've blown everybody up in the first quarter, and I think they put 21 points in the first 4 or 5 series on Georgia, and you know, so weather the storm. You know, we called a timeout early, didn't help. They ended up scoring on that touchdown drive on the first drive of the game, but you know what? We should have been off the field. So we got a little grabby. I don't love the call on the first third down of the game, play 3. I thought we had great pressure. Quarterback throws the ball 12 feet over everybody's head, and we got a flag. Don't love it, but it's you know, don't put it in their hands. We should have had more depth, and we should have sponged the route. And but that's why, like that play. Okay, so what ended up happening? Well, this game's going to punish you. You don't do the things that winning requires. All right, you're a little bit tighter than you should be in your coverage, and now you give them an opportunity for the official to throw the flag. Man, we got into a great rhythm right out the gate. Man, it should have been 3 and out. And so just not losing that perspective, but also pissed too that, man, we can't continue to, you know, lack the discipline and the details in these moments and expect to be able to continue to overcome. You know, but just keep playing. You know, not everything's going to go right. Just keep playing. Just play the next play. And, you know, our guys were, you know, showed the maturity and able, you know, the ability to be able to do that.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay, got it. Appreciate it.
We'll have Coach
Safe
Arbuckle
travels.
and players out